TechTour on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Dow AgroSciences Canada, redefining herbicide performance so growers can spray when they need to. Shaun Haney here with RealAgriculture.com, and we are at the Farm Progress Show in Regina for the 2014 show. And right now I'm joined by Garth Massie from Morris Industries. Welcome today, Garth.
Well, thanks for coming, Shaun.
Well, Garth,
Always
thanks.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for joining us for the TechTour, the AgroSciences Canada TechTour. And this is season 2. So season 1 was a huge success, and now we're on to season 2. So welcome. Glad to have you on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so what we're doing in the TechTour, Garth, is it's brought to you by Dow AgroSciences Canada. And what we're doing is we're traveling across different farm shows, and we are looking at new innovations and technologies that basically save the farmer time, create more efficiency, and obviously we want to increase profitability by doing so. So you have a new innovation, a new thing you're debuting at the show that really is innovative and nothing else like it in the market. What is it?
Shaun, this year, this is kind of a culmination of 4 years of work for us. We've got a new style opener to replace our existing ones in the Contour now.
Well, let's take a closer look at this new Contour 2 polymer injected opener.
Okay, thanks. Okay, Shaun, first I thought it would be useful just to show you the original openers, and it becomes quite apparent what's different. So this opener, what's changed is the original has a cast boot on it, and it's relatively heavy. If I hold on to this too long, my arm's going to get pretty tired. But both the Perdreau and the sideband had this cast boot, and there was a wear tail that attached onto the back of it. And this is one of our taken from a cooperator that's put 6,000 acres on this opener.
That's the old one.
That's the old one.
So what's the new one?
The new one is quite a bit lighter, and it's made out of this injected polymer plastic material. And it's we've been working with a company in Germany that developed this mold for us. And we look at this side here. Essentially, we've known all along that the cast boot always kind of runs in the shadow of the opener. So there's very little wear on it to begin with. And we thought it might be interesting to look at a plastic material so that we could, it allows us to do a number of different things. Our customers will use both granular, they'll use liquid fertilizers, and they'll also apply anhydrous with their openers. Having this injected polymer material allows us to put a stainless line right in the middle here, and then you can put liquid fertilizer down, and there's it's a little bit more subtle here, but this is where that little 1/8 inch outside diameter stainless line goes for anhydrous ammonia application.
So I had the openers, both of them picked up earlier. The difference in weight is immense.
It saves about 8 pounds, so it's quite a savings in weight. Which
that's per opener.
Per
so
opener.
You got to think about on a 60-foot unit how many less pounds you're dragging through the field.
Yeah, so about 500 pounds. So it's some of the other things that are different. If we were to look at it, just the front part of the opener here, it's about 1.5 inches wide. If we look at this injected polymer, it's 1.1 inches.
So this is the old opener.
That's the old opener.
Right, let's look at the new one.
This is the new one. You can see it's quite a sleeker profile, and so we think what's positive about that is there's going to be better soil flow going by the opener, and there'll be less soil pushed out adjacently, I guess. So there'll be, better soil flow and less plowing going on. The other aspect that affects the soil disturbance is that if we look at the width of this, it's about from front to back, it's roughly 6 inches. The other one, considerably longer from front to back. So there's going to be less surface area for soil to stick onto these as well, which is all positive as far as soil flow.
Okay, so some growers are going to say, whoa. This old opener, although heavier, a little bit bulkier, it's steel, it's going to last, it's durable.
Very substantial, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
This, although sleeker and lighter, injected polymer, plastic, I'm concerned this is going to break, and I'm going to have to replace them. What has been the testing on that?
Well, we've been testing these for 4 years now, and I guess I was fortunate enough to be able to test these on my own machine at the farm. and I've had them on 4 years worth of testing, and the original set that I had on was 3 years. And because this plastic more or less rides in the shadow behind the shovel, there's very little in the way of wear that's going on. So, you know, really, and our machine is stored outside during the winter. These look pretty pristine yet. There's really not much in the way of evidence of wear on them. So they seem to be standing the test of time. Now, we do farm in some pretty rocky country as well, and this type of plastic, there's kind of a flexibility to it, and it's probably a little bit hard for me to really show it flex, but it will take impacts without splitting and chipping. And you know, this year we actually looked at a second style of injected polymer, and we found actually that the impact was not up to snuff and it was causing chipping and breaking. So I guess, you know, you never know when you test these things, but the original injected polymer material that we're using has turned out to be the best, and that's what we'll stick with.
This isn't your grandpa's plastic.
No, it's pretty new stuff. It's materials used on some of the tillage equipment in Europe, and it seems like it's standing up well for us. We're pretty excited about it.
Okay, Garth, so what about wear life? How are we increasing the wear life of these openers?
You know, Shaun, it's interesting. This is probably what took the longest to bring this to market. We found that the plastics worked better than what we thought right off the hop. So that turned out to be the easiest part. I know it's the new part, but that seemed like we got that right off the hop. But getting the wear to wear more uniformly was what we required some extra time and some extra years and testing to get that right. So if we look at this particular opener, all your cutting surfaces will have carbide. So this shank really hasn't changed from the original. There's 2 tablets of carbide on there. What's actually new is this carbide on the cutting surface of the shovel has been increased by about 50%, the carbide mass. And the other unique feature about this opener, if we look at this carbide tablet that's inserted right in here, that's what's new and probably what makes this particularly special, because this is quite a narrow opener, and as the sole flows by the steel, it washes it away and it gets thin behind the carbide. And so as soon as the steel it would almost work its way into a bit of a C as it went back, and as soon as the steel material is thin enough, it'll start to snap the carbide off. Having this extra carbide in place prevents that washout of steel, and that's what's going to give us a far better life, because this is all one piece now, so we want this to wear uniformly. Most of the cost in an opener is tied up in your carbide tablets, so we want to make sure that we get the full life of the carbides as much as possible. It just adds value to the customer.
So sleeker, lighter, and longer life.
That's right. Those are the key features of the new opener.
Well, Garth, thanks a lot for talking to us about your new technology, your new opener, the Injected Polymer C2 opener. So congratulations on the innovation, and thanks for joining us on the
Thank you very much, Shaun. Pleasure chatting with you as always.
We encourage everybody to go to gotechtour.ca to register for the contest, and as well go to realagriculture.com/TechTour to get all the great TechTour content from Season 1 and the new Season 2. So thanks a lot, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks, Garth.
Okay, bye.